Henry saying he texted Aljo the game plan. I would assume he couldn't even drive a car by some of the shit he says. Yeah, I told him he was gonna punch him. I told him he was gonna counter. I literally told him. Look, I told him he was gonna counter punch. It's like, we're in a fight, you fucking dork. You tell him I was gonna wear a cup too? He don't want that shit, bro. I'm 6'6", 220, pure fucking chocolate, bro. Yeah. He don't want that. I sent him a DM. I said, Conor, you main event, me co-main. He said, shot Kala. That's all he said. We are live episode 120 of the Bro Malley Show. I said we're gonna go to Boston, then we're gonna be back. Did I not tell them that? I told you that. I didn't lie. I'm not lying. I literally said that.
Now that it's been 4 or 5 days,
has it been?
I haven't slept.
So I fought basically Sunday. So it's been all day Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days.
How has it set in? You feel it? You feel different?
You know what? I was thinking about this. I've listened to every interview anyone ever said about me at all of this entire time, and they've been mostly good. I like all of them. Kamaru Usman did say, and I like Kamaru, and he wasn't mean towards me at all, but he did say, I said I want to fight in December, and he's like, ha ha ha. He thinks he's gonna want to fight in December. When you're the champ, you start getting all these opportunities and all this stuff. The difference between me becoming champ and everyone else, I've been the champ before I was the champ. And what I mean by that is like I've been rich. I've been financially successful. I've been getting interviews from everyone. I've been getting opportunities to work with other people and come on these so now that I'm champ, it's not like I'm all of a sudden rich and popular and famous.
It's true.
I've been that. So it's not, my life hasn't changed really at all. Like I'm going to make more money in every avenue I do, which is great. But it's like I don't feel I mentally I felt like I was a champ long ago. I've trained, I've lived my life like I've been the champ. So now adding the belt to it, it definitely changes things in certain areas. But like, dude, I want to get back to work. I've gotten in a couple good lifts already this week. Been just fucking pumping iron. We are gonna have a proper celebration. Tim, and Tim's forcing me, man.
Yeah, right.
No, honestly, I didn't party after the fight. I haven't partied since. I really don't have any urge to. Am I excited to go out with the boys Saturday? 100%. It's going to be a hell of a time. Full Send's coming out. Happy Dad. It's going to be elite. Steve will do its birthday Saturday. Could I die? Yeah.
Probably. But
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'm excited to go celebrate with the boys. We're bringing all the Jobins and shit out, but I don't have an urge to. I'm going to party, yeah, for sure. And I've always been honest about, like, if I have an urge, if I want to. I'm not really like, sometimes I have an urge and I need to do it. This isn't the case. Am I going to go hard? Hell yeah, baby. Another thing I wanted to address is DC. He's been cool. I like him. Nothing bad again to say, but he said I looked, and this is obviously their people's perspective. It wasn't just him. People said I looked nervous on the walkout. And they said that before I said and after the fight that I was more nervous this fight. Yeah. And I'm not lying. I have nothing to lie about. I've been completely honest. I wasn't during the walkout, during the fight day, during fight week. I wasn't nervous. The walkout, I was 100% not nervous. I completely I was fine. I was calm as fuck. I'm never as calm in any part of my life as I am fight day. Fight on that walkout, I am so calm, and I feel like you can see that. But some people said I looked nervous, and then in the post fight, when I said, to be honest, I was more nervous for this fight. I'm talking 6 weeks out, 5 weeks out, 4 weeks out when I was dealing with the rib injury, and I was still trying to figure out how to navigate practices and stuff. That was when I was more nervous. The closer I got to the fight, I wasn't nervous. I will tell you, I get more nervous for the press conference than I do for the fight. Backstage, warming up, zero nerves. Not a little. I'm not trying to. I'm just being honest how I truly felt. And you could ask anyone who isn't there back with me. Garrett was back there with me. Tim, the whole team was back there with me. I wasn't nervous. I didn't feel nervous at all. The walkout, I felt calm as fucking cucumber, and definitely wasn't nervous. Not that it even matters. I don't think it's bad to be nervous, but I just wanted to address that just because, like I said, I've listened to every fucking interview, and a couple people said, I looked nervous on the walkout. Dude, I was staring that motherfucker down the second he walked in. That even before he got in the cage, I was looking into that motherfucker saying, this could be very bad for you, because that's just that's how I feel.
Yeah. I want to say you didn't look nervous. I don't think when you walked up, it looked like the first time though that you ever were excited. Like usually you're stone cold.
I cracked a smile.
You could feel that.
Yeah.
Was it something
It was
different?
Boston.
You just felt
was
a little
Boston.
bit of because you were like trying to hold it in. You're like, I don't want to fucking smile.
I just felt that. It's not that I don't want to
Yeah,
smile.
but-
It's just I'm usually the stoic and just kind of cold like that, just because that's how it is. But I cracked a smile, and and not letting myself or forcing myself. I smiled because Boston was. It was there. I was making the walk. It was insane. The crowd, the merch. I seen the Suga merch. I seen just the fans, the music, the moment made me crack a little smile. And I remember at one point thinking, I'm gonna use this energy, and I'm gonna put it into one of these right hands. I literally remember thinking that, and that right hand came. That was a Boston right hand. That was a fucking everybody in that arena hit Aljo in the chin that night.
I have to say, Boston. You've been on McGregor cards. You've been a lot of like huge events, and that Boston crowd and energy was unreal.
Insane.
Way bigger.
I fucking love fighting in Vegas. Vegas feels like a fucking second home. It feels like fight home. It feels like it is home for fights. But Boston, Vegas is going to be hard, or Boston's going to be hard to beat. Vegas is going to have to potentially December. Obviously, I got to make sure this rib kind of gets some real time to heal. And December could be insane. Possibly Conor. I asked him. I messaged him. I sent him a DM. I said, Conor, you main event, me co-main? He said, shot Kala. That's all he said. So I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming he's, yeah. It's just crazy thinking about the comparisons, how it's been like that. A lot of the comparisons were people saying, you're a wannabe Conor, wannabe Conor, wannabe Conor for years, dude. Just by me saying I want to do massive pay-per-views, I want to break numbers, I want to knock people out, I want to be great. And by me wanting that is me wanting to be Conor because he did all that. So it's like, okay, whatever. And then I go out there and fucking sleep Aljo. Yeah, damn near the same way he slept Aldo.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
It really is. It's like iconic. It's like full circle, everything that night. And it was awesome hearing Volkanovski and Israel Adesanya just say like there was just something in the air. Like they both, two of the top fighters in the whole world right now, both were just only the two really that predicted that you even had a chance.
Yeah, and even Volk said he's still leaning towards Aljo, and I get it, dude. If I wasn't me and I was a fan of MMA, I would have predicted Aljo to win that fight just by looking at dude. He fought Corey, Peter, TJ Henry. Those were his last 5 fights.
Yeah.
He's a killer, dude. I will never take anything away from Aljo. He's a fucking animal. He's a nightmare to fight. He's very good everywhere. And then my best win was a close fight against Peter Yan. But now it's so funny how the narratives, I don't fight anyone. I take easy fights. Bro, by the time 3-4 more fights from now, I'm going to have an insane last 5 fights. Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling, just those 2 last fights.
That's arguably the best striker in the division and the best grappler in the division.
Took them both out. Would have liked to sleep Peter, but obviously didn't get the chance to. Rocked him, dropped him.
Yeah.
Rocked him with my left, dropped him with my right. Overall, we talked a lot about it on the Timbo Sugar Show. It was just, but now that that was the same day. We did the podcast the same day. Now it's been a few more days. It's definitely sank in a little bit.
I've been seeing the narrative change about you a lot, just from Twitter and everything. It's a lot more positive towards you, and it's just crazy to see the flip of that from everyone. Aljo dominates him. Aljo blah 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 blah. Now it's like, oh, he's the real deal. He really proved himself. It's just crazy that flip was like.
I get it. I get, and DC was very open about it. He's like, I've always questioned it. I've always been like, we'll see. And then I fought Peter, and he's like, oh shit, okay. And then now that I beat Aljo, it's like, okay, that motherfucker's for real. There's no more questions to be asked. I have the heart. I showed it against Peter. I have the striking. I showed it against everybody. I have the ability to shut down a wrestler. I didn't get taken down. I don't owe Aljo $100.
That's true.
And I was stressing about that one. I'm like, damn, yeah,
that's
really.
a big deal.
That might fill up my Lambo gas tank.
When he had you in those situations, I think there was like 2 times you guys clinched. What did it feel like? Could you feel his power? Did you feel strength? I know he's super strong, and he was probably super strong in other positions, but in those positions, I didn't feel like I was being overpowered. I didn't feel like he was so strong. Dude, I trained with such good guys, and people do not get that. They underestimate
not only me, but they underestimate my training. Like, I train with good guys. I'm not going in the gym and fucking up people every day and just not getting better. I get beat in the gym every day so I can go out there and work and prove myself and win fights like that. So, it wasn't, when he had me in those certain positions, I knew what to do. I know how to wrestle. It's a very weird narrative that I don't know how to wrestle. Peter Yan did take me down a couple times. I shouldn't have been able to get taken down in those, but I did. And it was, I feel like that was more mental errors. And there were just good shots. Peter had good entries, and it is what it is.
I was so electric. It's hard to even like put it into words how everyone was around us was feeling that day. Just crazy.
Yeah, it was a wild time, and I was talking to Emma on the phone. He's like, it's crazy how much self-belief I have in myself that it pours into the team. Like, it just pours over into like that. Everyone in the camp knew I was dealing with injuries. We didn't grapple, even clinch or touch. I don't want anyone to touch me all fight week because I did not want this to flare up or even feel it mentally. I was like, if I don't feel it, I can pretend it's gone and deal with it for 25 minutes. But I just had that confidence. I'm just like fucking oozes out of me into the team, and the team was feeling good. And Tim was, I could tell Tim was more nervous for this fight, this fight going into everywhere. He wasn't making me feel any sort of way, but I could just kind of tell it was like stressing him out a little bit, just because ideally we could grapple, in that last 6 weeks to the day of the fight, so which is pretty fucking crazy to think about. But yeah, I mean, Tim did a lot more film on this fight, because I told him, I say, hey, I go out there and finish Aljo, I'll give you a significant bonus. So I know he would have. Yeah, I knew he was gonna do work and do research and do that, but it's always good to incentivize someone. So he was extra on it, and that shot is probably my main shot, my number one shot, my fucking slip right two, pull right. Like, I can do everything from both stances, which is fucking unique, and punching backwards and forward and stuff. So we always have a lot of weapons, but like my right hand is obviously the most dangerous, but Tim had me prepared for that.
So in that moment, I know you talk about your higher self taking over a lot. Do you like slip in and out of that higher self, or like when you threw that punch, were you thinking to yourself at all? Nothing. It's just stone cold blacked out.
Zero remembrance of throwing that.
What? That is crazy.
Yeah, it was fucking like watching it with Rogan. I was like, whoa, that was cool. Like, it was a trip. It's still a trip. Still feels like a fucking movie. Feels like I'm the producer, the main actor.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
So now after this, does it feel like you have a target on your back, or is it a sense of relief?
I've always felt like that. I've always felt like I have a target on my back. And I might get that tatted, just a giant fucking target on my back. Yeah, I might.
Is it almost a sense of relief though that you're in the history books forever now? There's no change in that.
There is a little bit of sense of relief. Like, I will forever be the Bantamweight UFC champion. Maybe not current, but I will always be able to say I was the UFC Bantamweight champion. But I really do. I have a huge desire to get back to work and get back into the octagon and do it again, which is a great feeling, because I'm sure there's a day where you're the champ, you defend, you're like, I don't really have that desire. So I'm going to, keep moving. The Cheeto rematch gets me excited too, just because it's I think it's a fan favorite fight right there. I think it's a big fight. I think it does big pay-per-views, and now that I get pay-per-view points, I really feel like shit's fucking, now I feel like it's game time. Like, I pray Aljo made a fat bag and he doesn't have to pay anyone out of that. He should not have to pay one manager a fucking dollar out of that pay-per-view. And if he does, I'll be very upset. Not at him, he shouldn't have to pay anyone. He fucking earned that. He was the champ. He defended it 3 times. He should keep every fucking dollar of that, and I hope he does. Yeah,
I shout out Aljamain. He was a great opponent for you. He let me win. He let you win, but he did it with grace, and man, I can't imagine losing like that. And he came over and shook our hands, and you could tell it hurt, but
yeah, no, I was driving home, and I genuinely was like, fuck, I felt for him. I'm like, it sucks, because we're all chasing the same thing, and that's fucking wins and dubs and cheddar. But one of us had to lose, and I'm glad it wasn't me. What else? Superstar hit. Yeah, what a song, bro. Look at this video. Actually, I'll send it to you, Garrett. Look at this video I found. I sent to Lupe Fiasco in 2017. Oh no, I didn't send it. I just posted on Insta. 2018.
That's crazy. How long ago did that song come? I feel like we listened to that song.
I feel like I listened to that on MP3 players.
Yeah, way back in the day, middle school. I remember listening to that song.
The MP3, the Walkman.
The Walkman.
Oh my God. I remember you listening to it on the Walkman.
The Walkman. Everyone was getting the iPods and we got the Walkman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was funny. So Conor, I don't wonder, is he coming back? It's hard to say. Like, if you had to guess, I'd say probably not, but I would never count him out.
No, with the star power he possesses, you can't count him out. But I feel like USADA has to hold true to that 6 months or could cause a lot of trouble with that. But that would be sweet to see you guys, dude, on the same card. That would
co-main.
Yeah, those numbers.
I wonder.
Would be unreal.
I mean, I wonder where did me versus Cheeto say happens in December and Leon versus Colby happens in December. What do you put me the main? I'm asking as a genuine question. Do you put me as the main event?
I mean, I think they would look at this numbers from Boston, and I'm assuming it did very well.
Biggest bantamweight fight in history. Definitely did well. I mean, fucking Colby Leon's a big fight, too. Yeah. It's a big fight. I don't know if it's bigger than me versus Cheeto. I don't know if that matters. I don't necessarily care-ish. I don't know. I was just asking. I've heard that being talked about, so I was genuinely curious. I wouldn't be mad if I wasn't by any means. I'm just curious.
God, that's hard. I think they would actually probably put you main event, but it would be groundbreaking because they never ever do.
Rarely. They did it with Conor once.
Did they?
Yeah, I think over the Tyron Woodley fight. Tyron's one.
So,
dude, Saturday night when Superstar comes on in the club, bro, I might cry.
You might fucking black out. And
might just rip a fatty happy dad. It was good to see Theo Vaughn fight week. He kissed my hand and said, "This is the one."
The right or the left?
Yeah, he kissed it.
Damn,
he said, "This is
the
knew.
One,
baby."
He fucking knew. I always knew there was something about that
bro,
guy.
The funniest thing is we didn't set that up as a pod. We didn't have any mics. We didn't have anything.
Oh, really? I was going to say the quality.
Garrett just recorded the whole time. And he was like, that's a fucking pod. We weren't trying to shoot a pod. We were just conversating.
Just bullshitting. With
like, we knew there's cameras in front of us because there was fucking about 40 of them. But it wasn't like trying to carry on a conversation, trying to carry on a podcast. That was a legit, you guys got to hear a conversation of us just talking basically without cameras. We had to edit some shit out for sure. But
I imagine.
That was good to see. Theo, Pat McAfee showed. You watched that?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Sitting in the bathtub. I wish the water could have filled up a little bit more. I didn't have time. I didn't want the water running while I was on the show. But I was smoking a little King Palm. I was drinking a little Happy Dad. I was just enjoying it. That was funny.
I know you and Tim probably talked about what's next, and I mean you're seeing all these guys now. Henry wants in.
Peter
wants in.
Henry don't want it. Peter probably does. Peter's a real gangster. Peter's actually savage. Henry don't want it, dude. Henry saying he text fucking Aljo the game plan. Holy shit, dude. I don't know. I'm like, you're not. You can at least drive a car. You're not as stupid as I think you are, because I would assume he couldn't even drive a car by some of the shit he says. I told him he's gonna punch him. I told him he's gonna counter. I literally told him. Look, I told him he's gonna counter punch. It's like, we're in a fight, you fucking dork. You tell him I was gonna wear a cup too? Told him he's gonna wear a mouth guard. I told him, look at, he's gonna wear a mouth guard. He's gonna move his foot. He's gonna move his feet. He's gonna circle. He's gonna try not to get taken down. It's like, holy shit. You think that your audience is actually watching that going, holy shit. Henry called it. He fucking called it. Oh my God, it was just embarrassing watching him say that. It was embarrassing. I was like, oh my God. And then when Conor was making fun of him last fight again. Oh, that was funny.
I'm surprised Aljamain reached out to Henry. I didn't think that would have happened. That kind of.
I was a little surprised too, but it's like, I mean, Henry's got people fooled like that. He is just this king and that he's smart. But I think a lot of people realize now. It's like, okay, he's 5'3". Logan versus Dillon Presser. Did you watch any of that?
I saw some clips of it. It was
That's all you needed to see. It was wild. It was just a lot of yelling, a lot of fucking. It was hard to. It wasn't any. It could have been really good, but there was too much chaos. Yeah. John Fury flipping the table, dude. I would love to rip whatever that dude's on just one time. Just hit whatever that dude's on and just be like, whoa, and do a presser.
That fight's not for a while though. I feel like
October.
Did
any of them go too far? Dude, these guys have no. There's no lines. Dillon's going after.
I feel bad for Logan's fiance, but
it's like It is. I mean, he's posting a lot.
Like 70 plus, I think people have been counting pictures.
It is crazy. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Fucking, it's whatever. Who won the trash talk? I don't know. I didn't really feel like. I think it was a tie. Tommy Fury's dad explodes. Trashes Paul versus Dillon press conference. Yeah, it's a little wild. If Dillon doesn't show, how does Mike Perry versus Logan Paul do? That is an interesting fight. It's exciting. I mean, dude, yeah. I love watching Logan and Jake box. It's just fun. For whatever reason, the entertainment aspect of it is wild.
I feel like Mike's a bigger character than Dillon is overall. Like,
yeah, but
star power.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. I'm curious. It's gonna do well just because Logan and KSI are such big stars.
How tall is Mike Perry? He does not look very tall, but it's hard to judge.
I don't know. That's a good question. It might
be awkward to see Logan and Mike.
No, he's not short.
He's not that short?
I don't think so. I don't think he's shorter than me. But Jake's a big motherfucker, dude.
Or Logan. Logan's like 6'3", 6'4".
MVP wants top 10 of the UFC. I don't need to prove myself. Michael Van Page wants Michael Chandler treatment and potential. Oh, okay.
And you know who we called him out?
Rob McNabb is down.
Shavkat Rakhmonov.
I bet, dude, that dude's trying to fight everyone. I bet that would be so frustrating. Mine was easy. But everyone wanted to fight me. And it'd be frustrating being these guys that aren't very known and just savages that no one wants to fight. Because Shavkat, I mean, what about Shavkat versus Ian Gary?
God, that'd be good. Ian just called out Wonder Boy after his fight, which is also a sweet fight.
Yeah, that would be sweet. I was supposed to fucking stream with Aiden Ross today, but he had to get pushed back, so we'll probably try to do that tomorrow. He's trying to get me to go to Kick, but it was so fun, dude, going on YouTube Live with the old fucking Twitch fam, YouTube fam.
That was the first time in how long?
First time in a long time going live. We reacted to the fight. It was fucking so much fun, dude. But yeah, it was a good time. But hopefully go live with Aiden tomorrow. Who would you give MVP for the first fight at welterweight? The dude's gonna come in and he's gonna be naturally very interesting. People love to see that kind of style. He has some crazy knockouts already. I don't know how much they can show those because they were in Bellator, so I don't really know how much you can promote his knockouts without without showing that footage. So I don't know.
A Wonder Boy matchup though would be.
There's a lot. There's so many interesting matchups. I'm pumped. Did they say any? Is he signed?
No. He's still testing free agency. He said, but
I wonder what they're gonna offer him. I bet UFC is gonna be like, this is what we're gonna offer you. Take it or leave it, or you can go fight in some other league that's not nearly. The thing about the UFC is like you have to sacrifice not getting paid as much for those eyeballs. Yeah. And that's what people don't understand. Suck it up. Fucking say, you know what? I'm worth more, but I'm going to fucking go out there and prove that I'm worth more. I'm going to go out there and knock these motherfuckers out. And that's how you get paid. That's how I've got paid. And that's just is what it is.
Yeah, but you're also a very natural promoter in itself. You do a very good job. And you have the energy and you just from day one you've been good at promoting yourself, and so it's hard for other people to do it and to make it look natural. Like when you do it, it's not forced. Everything you do is so natural, and I think that appeals a lot better to people.
Yeah.
But
any idea on what the UFC someone came out about it saying with like if you build a business, the UFC has ownership in it or something. Yeah. Sean, do you know about that?
Wow, no, I'm very.
Yeah, some guy wrote a huge article about it, claiming that the UFC now is in their contracts with fighters, and I don't know if it's every contract or if you need to look into it yourself. But
contracts are looked the fuck over.
He kind of wrote it with an example of you saying like if you were to create a weed company or anything. Mm-hmm.
They're automatically a percentage of it?
Yeah, the UFC would take a percentage of it because they own your name in a sense.
Interesting. I'm pretty confident that I know my contracts are looked over and that would have been brought to my attention. So maybe it's something newer that might be coming in but
yeah, it was the first time I've heard about it. It just seemed to blow up recently, the last day or so.
Yeah.
Interesting. Sean Strickland versus... Dude, I can't wait for Sean Strickland to get knocked out. That's going to be so sweet.
It is going to be. And it's coming up fast.
I know. I hope Izzy puts him out pretty good. It'll be sweet. Fucking Warlike says... actually, before that, we have Max Holloway versus Korean Zombie this weekend in Singapore. Yeah. Max Holloway, massive favorite. Let's just go through that card real quick. I got Max Holloway. Zombie's good and shit, but Max always just seems to be on a different level.
Yeah.
You got it. Same?
Yeah, Max Holloway.
Anthony Smith, 36-18. That's a lot of fights versus Ryan Spann at light heavyweight.
It's a big fight in that division, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not really sure who I'll go with. Ryan Spann, I think he throws bombs, right?
Does,
Superman Spann.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with him. Giga Chikadze.
Oh, he's fighting
versus
against
Alex Caceres.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. That's going to be an interesting fight.
Very interesting fight. Alex is slick and slippery, and Giga throws power shots. Alex is always fun to watch. I'm excited for that fight.
Giga hasn't fought in a long time. Did he fight Calvin Kattar?
I think Calvin's his last one.
Yeah. Wow.
That's kind of all for that one. So it's a kind of a little whatever card. But yeah, we can talk about 293. Let's see, just Tai Tuivasa, Volkov. The card itself's not great.
Yeah.
The card I was on wasn't great. The card I was on was not good. It did fall apart.
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, Henry Cheeto, Cody versus Mario. Like, that card could have been fucking sick, but it just wasn't. It fell apart. Cheeto versus Pedro, boring as hell. I'm so glad someone stepped up for Mario. Yeah. Mario got the job done. Co-main, it's like whatever. But for that to be a biggest bantamweight fight of all time,
I know.
I mean, they've had Demetrius, TJ, Henry, all on the same. Like, they've had fucking double champ fights, and for that to be the biggest fight of all time is fucking sweet.
Have you heard any more analytics? Have you talked to Dana or anyone reached out to you about analytics?
They have. They're gonna send me the analytics of the UFC post that did. Let me see the post of my knockout.
Jeez, I can't believe. Yeah, they posted that instantly.
Yeah, that was the first time. They're gonna show me these analytics. 2 million likes.
God, I can't even imagine.
23,000 comments.
Holy crap!
Look at the views on my post. 24.7 million.
Jesus.
This one.
You are the man. You're the man.
25 million.
You are the man. You're the man.
That's the exact fucking Conor post. Again, Tim gave me that idea.
Dude, I didn't even know that was Conor at first until I saw it was like side by side of you and Conor doing that. I didn't even know Conor had done that first.
Yeah. No, that was Tim's idea. Tim always has fucking good ass ideas, dude.
Yeah, that shit was funny. Everyone loved that. That was one Snoop commented on.
Snoop commented on a couple of them. Yeah, Snoop did. Fucking Shaquille O'Neal messaged me. He said, let's see what Shaq said. Dr. Shaq said, you are the fucking man, bro. Love watching. I fight champ. So
maybe that's where that superstardom kind of hits a little different. I mean, I know you've gotten messages before by people.
Everyone in the fucking world saw this fight. I was the biggest athlete in the world at that time, and that is fucking wild. Kevin Durant, Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Bro, that's so sick. Like,
yeah. I think that's where that superstardom is just going to be from now on, every single fight.
I'm the man. Oh, dude, Vegas is going to pull some celebrities. I didn't think Boston would do, but this next fight, Vegas, bro, Jesus might come.
He might.
He literally sent me an email. I was like, what the fuck? Who's Jesus at Jesus.com?
Mom probably talked to him.
She did, yeah.
That's really nice.
Mom called me. I'm not making this shit up. I am not making this shit up. She called me the next day. Hello? Hi, honey. Hey, Mom, what's up? Oh, nothing. I am just so proud of myself. I watched the entire fight. I'm like, oh, really? You are? It was so funny. And she didn't mean it in any other way. Like, I see where I get my selfishness from.
Yeah, no shit. That is so funny.
No, I didn't take it in that way, but it was just funny because she never can watch the fights. But, dude, it's so weird. Everyone I talk to is like, I was calm. Speaking for themselves, I was calm. I don't know what it was. I just felt this kind of peace. I was like, oh, I was more calm than usual. Were you at all?
I swear to God, me and Michael were sitting right next to each other, and there wasn't that like overwhelming nausea that I usually have. It was just kind of like I was just there in the moment, and which is weird because it's never been like that.
No.
Every single other fight, I damn near feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Dad saying that on the documentary before. He's like, yeah, I'm not nervous, and I'm sitting on the couch like knowing my rib, like I have an injury, knowing I'm fighting, and it's for other people to be like, oh, I mean, he's gonna knock him out. I'm like, fuck.
fuck, I gotta
go to. I'm gonna. Yeah. I mean, I can and I'm gonna, but they don't understand how it wasn't easy by any means. It's like to find someone's chin like that is. It's fucking. I can make it look easy, but it's not. You know what I mean?
I don't know what it was because we went to dinner the night before and all the Jobins showed up, Schmitty and them, and they were like, "How do you see it playing out?" And I said the same shit. I was like, "I can never visualize past the second round. Like the first round, I think it's not a lot's gonna happen. Second round,
you did say that.
I watch it for a little bit, like in my mind, I'm watching it, and it ends. Like
Bro,
I can't picture
Danny was
else.
having the same fucking weird dreams,
dude.
I don't know, dude. I was thinking about this a lot. I'm like, did I manifest this? Like, did I believe in it that much for that long? It was because, dude, you're not the only person. Danny literally said she had the same dreams. The first round was kind of weird. Like, nothing really happened in the second round. Then she'd wake up.
Yeah.
And like
multiple times.
It's crazy. Like, I'm like,
the whole energy.
Did I really manifest that moment? Like, it was in Boston. You know what else was crazy? What it was, I didn't want to fight in August. I'm not going to lie. I was like, fuck, that's when Tim broke his jaw. That's when I fought Cheeto 2020, August 15th. So damn near 3 years to the date I fought Cheeto. He's on my undercard. No, it's fine. It's whatever. And then I'm fighting for the belt. I'm like, fuck, well. But I had a conversation with Emron. He's like, dude, that shit ain't real. You're going to fucking go out there or not. And that was like literally 14, 15 weeks. That was right when the fight got announced. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Never thought about it again. But at one point, I was like, I don't want to fight in August, dude.
Yeah. There is something weird about energy and like this. I feel like everyone kind of manifested it for you. Just like the whole energy in the crowd. It was just like
the crowd was amazing, dude. It was. I wish I could take a pill and just like feel that energy from the crowd.
Because I've been watching videos and it just doesn't even come close to how
doesn't do justice
loud it was.
No, doesn't do justice.
Right when Aljo walked to that tunnel, like literally a second after. This fuck you, Aljo. Like, and it just felt like everyone at the exact same time knew because usually when you start a chant, like,
take a couple
weirdos
seconds.
and they start like they're up there. No, it was like instantly, fuck you, Aljo. And I was just like, bro, what is going on?
At the end of my song, right before he walked out, the crowd was singing. It was a brief period. It was a couple seconds. If you are what you say you are, a superstar. And then it kind of stopped, and I was like, the crowd was singing it. I was like. But when my feet get in that cage, I can't be that fast in sparring. I can't be that fast hitting mitts. I can't be that fast shadow boxing. It's just, you can't. But when I get in that cage, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I feel like I'm in a video. I'm like, how am I so fast? My feet. And it kind of took, I mean, that's why I fell. I threw a teep kick, and I fell on my butt because I just fucking, it was too explosive, too fast, and just like happened. But I'm going to be a nightmare for people to fight because if you're just a wrestler and that's your main goal is to get me down, it's going to be hard to get me down. I'm not easy to take down. I've always kind of known that there's times where I had been taken down kind of easy. I've learned from those. I've gotten better, so I don't think that's necessarily the case anymore. If you want to strike with me, I mean, that's where I almost would prefer it anyways. So it's like, I'm the fucking champ, baby.
Yeah.
What are we at for time?
We're good.
I know we
Just
got.
Keep it rolling. We got the Theo Von audio too, so we'll be fine.
Kind of a nightmare matchup for a lot of these guys in the division. I mean, even you look at people who say Corey Sandhagen's the best in the division. He lost to Peter. He lost to Aljo.
Lost to TJ.
And you go out and beat Peter. You go out and beat Aljo. And then people put you guys up together. It's like, I know MMA math does not always work out, but there was some opening odds that opened up for you with a couple different fighters. For Cheeto, you were a decent favorite, like minus 190. For Marab, you were a plus 150 underdog.
I like being the underdog. I like not having the pressure. The whole fight week, I had nothing but, I was just nothing but honest. I'm like, Aljo's a very dangerous fight, and it's, I am 100% capable of finding his chin, but it's a dangerous fight. And it was just, it was good. It was good. But yeah, the Cheeto rematch is a very interesting fight. It's interesting to me. It's interesting for the fans. It's the next biggest fight. And like I said, if he needs to fucking chill out quit acting like he needs to fucking chill out. And
he went and did an interview yesterday, I think, where he's like, I don't even need to fight him. I don't really want to fight him. He's like, I want the belt, but I mean, I don't really care to fight him again. I don't need to. I'm like,
bro, that's because he don't want to. I bet he lied. And of course these fighters are gonna be like, Oh yeah, I'm the only fucking real. I said I don't want to fight Alexander Volkanovski. And if, who knows, maybe in a year from now, he's still champ, I won. If there's an opportunity there, maybe, you know, I gain a little more confidence, a little more skill, and I see, I'm like, yeah, I could take. But right now, dude, I'm good. I'm chilling. Ilya can go out there, if Ilya goes out there and beats him, I will fight Ilya at 145. I love that matchup for me. But I bet Cheeto's like, and Henry's acting like he wants that fight. He don't want that shit, bro. I'm 6'6", 220, pure fucking chocolate, bro. Yeah. He don't want that.
No.
And I bet Cheeto's like, I guess I don't need to fight him.
I saw someone tweet today too. I can't remember who it was, but they were saying about, it may be far-fetched right now, but the possibility of you 135, 145.
I saw that. 155. Hey, shit could have to play out perfect.
It really would. But it's like, at this point, I've stopped, like,
doubt me now, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
the whole Gervonta Davis thing. People are fucking. It's like, have you guys not learned your fucking lesson? All you dorks out there saying that'll never happen are the same fucking dorks out there that said I will never be champion. I will never beat Peter Yan. I will never beat Aljamain Sterling. Oh, I will never fight Gervonta. They're not saying I won't beat him. They're saying I won't even fight him. Holy shit, you guys are dumber than I thought. I will fight him, and I will beat him, and it will be fucking amazing, and I will get sucked off the next morning while the sun rises. So how about that, cocksuckers? Did you like my sucky Sunday sunrise? That shit was fire. A little fucking blowy while the sun rose.
I didn't. When I first saw the Instagram post, I didn't even see any. I just saw the sunrise, and then someone else shared it later, and I was like, "That motherfucker."
That was fire. That was a fire blowy.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, bro."
That was a 7-day fucking saved up.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was fire. Was there a certain mindset you carried during the fight that helped through all of it? What would you credit your mental resilience to? I think I just know how there a lot of fighters, or you can talk about even athletes in general going into big sports events, lose the mental game. The mental demons get to them. They go down the losing path where they start thinking about something, or they start seeing the nightmare and they kind of go into it, think about it. I fucking shut that shit off the second it happens. And, you know, there's a couple techniques. I can start to think about it in a different way. It goes straight to me winning. How do I win? How do I win? How do I see myself a perfect fight playing out? And I did that hundreds of times in my mind, and 100 times a day. Boom, that right hand. I see that, and then I stop. I think about something else. I distract my mind with something else. Whatever going on, doing whatever. A lot, or I just simply, I will fucking throw on Survivor, throw on fucking Jerry Springer. I will not even think about the fight at all. Zero, don't even care to think about it. And that's those are a couple ways I navigate through those mental ones.
It's pretty hard to do. Like, is it just something that you think you have to work at? I feel like a lot of people try that. They try to think about something else. Is there any like tips you could really?
Dude, I've been preaching this for 5-6 years. I do a meditation every morning, 10 minutes. There's days where I'll do 20-minute meditation naps where I literally just follow my breath. I have thoughts, come back to my breath. I have thoughts, come back to my breath. I've been doing that for 5 years. The cold plunge, trying to follow my breath. Get in the water, follow my breath. Building that up. It's not like I'm sitting fucking trying to meditate 5 hours a day. It's the little bit of time I do it each day that adds up and helps me navigate those thoughts. And I truly, truly believe that's why I'm able to handle the pressure or the fight week media, the fight and all that. I do believe it comes from the simple meditation practice, just starting it and being consistent with it.
So when those negative thoughts did come, were they like, was it you losing? Was it you on the ground when you were visualizing things? Was it you like Aljo having you in a clinch? Or was it
there was the ones that I can remember is like, I would think about, I'm like, fuck, if he comes out there and finishes me like Corey and as fast as Corey, it would be so fucking embarrassing. Like, that whole week was the Suga show. It's sold out arena for the Suga show. People are flying and driving far distances to watch the Suga show. And if I would have went out there and got submitted in fucking 15 seconds or whatever like Corey did, I would have been so embarrassed, and it would have sucked. And that was one of the negative thoughts. Or honestly, him fucking hurting my back with his squeeze, like him fucking, you know, like,
yeah.
He kept saying, I'm gonna snap him if I get this. And like I'm like, this motherfucker's so strong. He didn't like when I felt him, it didn't feel like that. But in my mind, I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna be so fucking strong that it's gonna be hard for me to do anything. And so there was like those kind of thoughts. But I would just be like, that's not even gonna happen. I am going to knock him out before he even grabs me. And I would navigate that. But yeah, being embarrassed and getting submitted fast as fuck like Corey was like my biggest one. I'm like, I do not want that to happen.
Have you had those thoughts in previous fights? Because it seems like there's this kind of fight to me on the outside looking at you. It just seems like this brought a different energy to you. Even after you won, like you felt when I saw you, you were giddy. You were like, whole, like it was just this like, new level of excitement that I haven't seen in you in a long time. Like this fight just seemed like it brought out a lot of different emotions.
I wasn't nervous for the Peter Yan fight. I'm even though he's more dangerous as like cutting you up, fucking beating the fuck out of you. Like he seemed more dangerous than Aljo taking you down and submitting you. But I really didn't have any. Like this fight was the biggest. Like he was the best guy I fought ever. So it was like his skill set mentally. I was like, okay. This is going to be a mentally different fight. But it wasn't, and I say that, and people probably think like it wasn't that bad. I still didn't really, like I said, fight week. I wasn't really nervous. Fight day, I didn't have any nerves at all, which is so fucking weird to think about. Because I remember fighting like in the Contender Series and like even my debut, like fight day, in the locker room of my debut. I remember closing my eyes and trying to breathe and just like thinking, I'm like, fuck, if I lose this fight and then I go out there and fight again and lose 2 in a row, I could possibly get cut. Literally remember having that fear, like in the back. I had zero fear in the back. I had zero nerves in the back warming up. And I mean, Garrett pretty much recorded fucking a ton of it. The documentary is going to come out in probably next year. And I mean, you guys can make the judgment for yourself. But I didn't really have any fear.
Are you thinking about it, the fight in general, when you're back there? Or are you just thinking about?
I'm following my breath.
So just nothing.
I'm playing with my breath. Sometimes I'm doing really long holds, like minute and a half, 2-minute holds. Super slow exhales, kind of keeping my body moving, kind of keeping everything lubed up a little bit. Like high knees. Sometimes I'll hit mitts, walk around, move my back around. I'm in a constant kind of state of motion, but I'm always
It's a meditative trance almost, like you're just kind of not thinking about anything, but.
Yeah, so and just picturing boom. I mean, in the back, it probably is intense, but I feel very calm. But it's gonna be cool. That documentary is gonna be cool. Garrett has a lot of cool footage that'll probably go into a like different documentary. Speaking of documentary, did you watch the one Garrett put out at all?
Yeah,
Fight week.
Yeah, I did.
45-minute one or whatever.
Yeah, I watched it before your fight when I was in Texas.
I was reading the comments. Awesome. I still haven't seen it. We watched the Fight Week vlog. That one, I fucking took a puff. Me and Danny watched it. That shit was crazy. Like that, it was like literally just a couple days after. That one was fucking fun to watch. I do want to go back and watch that one, the whole documentary, because the comments were just fucking like, holy shit, that got people so fucking hyped up.
Dude, it's so funny how much of a fan I turn into. It's like
That's
the
crazy.
Weirdest fucking like feeling. Like I don't even feel like you're my brother.
It's like you're watching Suga.
Yeah,
like
it is. It really is. I'm like scrolling through YouTube. I'm fucking like searching the weirdest shit, like Sean O'Malley talking to like I don't even know what the hell I'm searching. I'm just trying to find another video to watch something.
We looked up Asian people react to Sean O'Malley's fight. Couldn't find anything. Schmitty's idea. I think it'd be so funny. Oh shit, Sean.
Yeah. Well, Wei Lee's family was next to us, and they were screaming.
Oh damn, that's funny.
But it was like it feels like the weirdest fan, like scrolling through Twitter after getting emotional, just watching like the videos and just like
it probably hits differently with my brother too.
Yeah, dude, it was unreal the emotions I was going through. Like it was the coolest thing ever, and it just was. It is fucking sick.
I'm excited to watch it, and then oops, we fucking ripped the mill.
Don't break that. Dude.
So that video dropped. Garrett dropped fucking videos every day. The Dan Garner video, if you guys are interested in how what we ate fight week Thursday before the fight. Garrett put out a video on my YouTube channel, the Dan Garner one. We had the vlog fight week, or the fight week documentary, Dan Garner, Theo Von pod, the Andrew Scholes interaction was in that one. What other one, Garrett?
The week vlog, right?
The week vlog.
The meta vlog. I can name them off.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much content on my YouTube channel right now. I'm sure if you guys are on this watching, you're probably already seen a bunch. If not, click back and go watch it. There's so much good shit on that one. But yeah, Garrett was fucking pumping out content. Motherfucker didn't sleep, just fucking sucking down caffeine.
I wanted to ask about Gardner, having him there for their first camp. Like, how was the weight cut? Was it a little better? Was it the same? Was it
Yeah, shout out Dan Garner. Having him there was fucking huge. Everything always runs smooth. It always ran smooth without him because he would always send me protocols. Do this, do this, do this, do this. We'd talk via text. But having him there, I think, was a huge help, huge benefit. Having him there for the weight cut was great. Having him there for the rehydration, the first couple hours after was great. And then the refuel, making sure I'm not doing anything to eating anything that I shouldn't be having. And we went to Whole Foods together. He helped me get my refuel stuff and saying, yes, you can have this. No, you can't have that. Fight day. So having Dan Garner there felt like a fucking cheat code, dude. Everybody on my fucking team is just experts in all their fields. Emron, expert in business. Tanquino, expert in jiu-jitsu. Tim's an expert in MMA. Brandon, an expert in strength conditioning, breath work. Dan Garner, expert in nutrition. Garrett, fucking expert in YouTube and content and just recording when he needs to and just staying out of the way when he needs to and not just everyone did such a fucking good job fight week. It was fucking like, yeah, you can't do that shit by yourself.
No. It looked like one of your better weight cuts recently too. You look good on the scale. You look strong.
God, bro, it's so annoying. Like, and people don't mean to be annoying. It's like the documentary people. Like, how much weight you got? I'm like 10 pounds. They're like, oh, nice, not bad. I'm
Not
like,
bad.
motherfucker, dude. Do you know how long and this painful and how I literally am going to feel like I'm fucking dying?
Yeah.
Like, so
Not
when people
bad.
say that, if anyone's watching this and somebody asks how much weight, if you ask how much weight and they say any amount of weight, go, damn, okay, nice. Just don't say, oh, that's not bad. Don't fucking say that. It's bad. If it's not that bad, do it with me. Do it with them. Cutting weight is fucked and it sucks and it's never fun and it's never easy and you're in a hot tub and you're so hot, your heart rate's high, you're sweating. If you get out, you're just gonna have to get back in, so you have to tough it out. I just literally try to be as stoic as possible and I just try to disassociate with even being a human at the time. I just fucking try to leave my existence. It's fucking a weird thing is weight cutting because you're just dehydrating yourself, trying to suck every ounce of water out of you, and it's fucked.
Is it a similar feeling? You said you disassociate. Is it like a similar feeling when you're fighting? Like,
yeah, I mean, pretty much same thing. It's through the breath. I just try to fucking breathe. Sometimes I'll count. Sometimes, like, if they say 5 more minutes, I'll count. Like 1, 2, 3. I'll just try to count to 5 minutes, and like that helps a little bit. But yeah, it's a weird fucking thing.
It's just crazy how much breath work has changed your life.
Changed my life.
Because 10 years ago, 5 years ago, if someone said that, like, would you?
I started about 5 years ago.
Okay, so put another couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, if I was 18, I don't know. I mean, I was always trying to look for something that would help me benefit, even if it was a little bit, even if it was. I try to take things that help 1% and do 5 or 6 of them. 'Cause that adds up. So if someone would have told me like, "Hey, this would help," I think I've always been like, "Okay, I'll try it." But I wouldn't have been like, I don't know. Maybe in high school I would have been like, "That's fucked." But when I moved to Phoenix, I was down to try like breath work, stretching, just eating healthier. How was it watching back on the people picking you to lose, including the pros? Oh, bro, that shit got me so fucking. I laughed. I was high as fuck watching that shit.
Oh my god.
Just laughing. There was some people like, God, I really like O'Malley, but I think Aljo's gonna win. Those people, I was like, that's not funny. But when people were like, bro, Aljo's gonna fucking kill him, dude. He's gonna take him down. He's gonna kill him. Bro, I've rewatched those like 2 or 3 times, going,
I know. I got sent those about 2-3 days before you fighted from Ray 2K. And I was gonna send them to you, and I was like, I didn't think it would affect you mentally, but I'm like, I don't even want to.
I actually against Peter, I watched him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Aljo, I didn't watch any of them going in against Aljo. I don't know why. I was like, I'm just not gonna even fucking. A lot of the times, I didn't want to think about the fight. Yeah. Like I said, I was just like, well, the fight's gonna be here. I'm gonna be as ready as I can. I'll get it done, but whatever. Darren Till.
It's crazy.
I feel like, I don't know, was this for sure Darren Till? It said that Sean O'Malley doesn't get Dana White privilege, he gets superstar privilege.
That's what the article said.
I feel like I heard Cormier say that or someone say that, but it could have been, so I don't get Dana White privilege, I get superstar privilege. I just fought Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling. I don't know if fucking.
I feel like it was a compliment more than.
Yeah, I think I saw something like that too, but I didn't think it was like a dig. It was more like he created it himself, this superstar. So he's gonna get this privilege because he did this. Like,
oh, thanks.
That's how I feel too.
Thanks, man. What else we got on here? Yeah, who hit me up? We pretty much talked about that.
You watched the Izzy and Volk reactions then?
I watched, yeah.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. I love when Izzy said, when it's a time, it's a time. Yeah, I love that. That one got me pumping. I was going.
It was crazy. Those two just didn't seem even phased by you dropping them. Like, they just almost knew it. It was weird.
Destiny. Yeah, that was sick as fuck.
Oh, and then Cejudo's.
Oh, yeah. I
thought he was going to cry. I really thought he was going to cry watching that video, man. He was...
He didn't want me to win. No. Like, I'm not a good fight for him. It's like, he's coming off a loss, so I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about trying to get this fight.
Demetrius Johnson had a cool reaction.
DJ's cool.
He was really excited.
You know what? DJ's always fucking big cool. It's so funny. I went to lunch with him a long, long time ago. Back in, after I broke my foot. So, like, only 2 fights in UFC. We were at, like, this Fortnite thing. And I saw him at the hotel and he bought me lunch. And he's always been a really cool dude. I like DJ.
Yeah. He said you were a pretty nightmare fight for him when he was talking about it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a legend.
He is a legend. He fights at 125. I fight with 30, so it's always hard to even play with fights like different weight classes. But dude, when I'm as tall as I am and fucking fast as I am, it's just a nightmare. I tweeted. That must have been Instagram. December 14th. I want to be great someday. That's cool. One that's popping around.
That old picture of you and Tim was really cool. Yeah.
The old one of me. Did you see the old one of me and Danny too?
Yeah.
That one is cool.
God, good for Tim. I mean, he's probably the youngest coach.
Youngest fucking, yeah, it's gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who else? Yeah, I don't even know who else really there is. I mean, there's not a ton of coaches that have been through it, that fucking have fought, cut weight, fought at a high level, have a lot of fights, knocked people out, submitted people. So there's not like a ton of coaches that have, been through the ringer like that.
Yeah, so I remember walking into the cage and like just looking up, and I look over, I see Tim, and he's starting to tear up, and I was
that's cool.
And then I look at Danny, and she's tearing up. It was fucking unreal. It's just cool to see Tim have your back.
Ooh, like this is interesting.
Something making me uma vontade que eu tenho de bater nesse cara, bro.
Oh, you guys don't speak Portuguese.
I was like, doesn't sound like this.
Alexandre Pantoja.
Uma vontade que eu...
Alexandre Pantoja teases a potential move up to 135. Claims they've sparred before, and Sean never sent him the recorded session.
Ooh.
I mean, does he want me to post it? I finished him in the first round. Is that what I can post that. If I wasn't going to bring it up, if that's what you want, that's funny.
Damn, that'd be interesting. But he was ahead of you in the pound for pound rankings, which I kind of thought was interesting. But
that's so funny. I mean, does he forget how it played out? I will say in the third round he choked me. But dude, I was like 1-0, 2-0 pro. He was coming off the Ultimate Fighter, making his UFC debut. 2 weeks out from his UFC debut, I was fucking smoking joints the night before, just like not expecting. Henry Cejudo and him roll into the gym, write my name down for 2 rounds. So I'm having to spar on this dude 2 rounds in a row. Not in camp, not in shape. Finish him in the first round. They're fucking pissed. Spar him again in the second round. I'm 100% gassed out from already whooping his ass. Henry's yelling, "We want him for 3! We want him for 3!" And in the video, I'm not sure if you can hear it. Maybe you can. But Henry was saying, hold off on the punch. Like, he was saying I was punching too hard. So they get me to go in a third round. Benson's in the corner going from the second to third round, yelling, "They don't come into this gym, and we don't get fucking tired." And I'm gassed the fuck out.
You're like, Benson, I'm tired,
dying, bro. And he does choke me in the third round. But this was... When did Pantoja... This has got to be 2015? Like, this is a long time ago. Yeah, I need to go to Vegas, meet with Dana, Hunter, Sean Shelby, talk fucking business.
Are you going to try to implement pay-per-view points?
Well, I already get them.
No, I mean, like, now that are you going to try and redo your contract and get them?
No, this contract is... I'm in a good contract. There will be some... I mean, there's some stuff I want to ask them about, but, this would be my second fight, and... I'm happy with what the numbers we're at right now. If I can bump it up a little bit, maybe we'll see. But I'm very happy with what we're doing. It's nice to be out at the farm. Haven't been out here since for a couple weeks. Feels good. Gonna slowly keep, moving stuff over. That's about it. I feel like, 4:30. Danny's fucking woke up sick. She doesn't feel good. That really sucks. You got sick for a couple minutes, right?
It was like Sunday night, Monday, and then I started feeling better. But it was a weird sickness. It was just congestion and body aches.
Oh,
like sweat, like night chills, but nothing, no throat, no.
Did you get drank a little bit?
No.
Out in Boston?
No, I didn't drink. Well, I went out Friday night.
You did karaoke with the boys.
I did my first time ever performing a little karaoke.
Really?
The people wanted it, so I had to give them
what they want.
It was actually surprising how many people even that night at the bar were running into me, buying me drinks and stuff.
I thought you were going to say it was surprising how good you did.
Oh, I did fucking awesome.
Surprising how good I did.
It was like, I'm terrible at singing, but it was like it was Sam Shay's boyfriend picked the song. It was Joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a joker. It just wasn't really the vibe. I'm more of like
a midnight dog.
I feel like you gotta pick a song that people are gonna like a Taylor Swift song or something like that, where people are like already laughing kind of.
Yeah,
I did. So I had a couple drinks there, but I really didn't drink that much. I think it was just like a emotional, mental, physical, just energy, just gone.
Well, sleeping and then flying and dude,
we went right from the fight to the flight.
Yeah,
it was awful. But
how nice is the jet, Garrett? Fucking there and back. It changes the game.
Beautiful.
It is so expensive, but it is so worth it.
Just looked awesome.
It just fucking. Even on the jet, I was like, Elena was not being good. Like she was throwing a fit. Danny locked herself in the bathroom and took a nap, and Elena was just kind of. She fell asleep for a little bit, but I can't imagine being on a fucking.
Should send Elena's ass to coach.
I fucking opened up the door. Fuck, threw her out. Threw her out the window.
No.
So we had some crazy terminal there for a little bit though. I was like, oh
really?
Shit.
Spooky.
Danny said it was worse on the way back. Or on the way there. She said it was a huge like, oh. And Elena had a nightmare the other day. She woke up. Everything's scary. I was like,
oh no. I had a bad dream about it too.
Really?
Yeah, I told you on the way there. I thought we were.
Oh shit!
I was like, we might crash.
Yeah, before we get on the jet here, like, I had a dream. You died.
As we're talking about manifestation.
I know.
Energy.
We made it. I still think I'm gonna wake up because I took so many naps. I took like one nap minimum a day, but sometimes I took 2 naps a day just 'cause I was trying to sleep later. But I still feel like I could wake up and and be like, no.
Do you really feel that way?
I still sometimes feel that way. I'm like, or am I still tripping from like 5 years ago, like on a crazy mushroom trip to where I'm just like, when things, when you have a trip or like a dream and it feels like it was like there was so much time, then you wake up or you come back. I'm like, fuck, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope this is just it. Like this is real.
I can tell you it's real, man.
I know, Brandon. You want me to fucking slap you? I'm like, no.
So we're all on the mushroom trip together. Then, I guess.
Yeah, for real, it does feel like a weird little trip. It just feels like there's I don't know, man. It just feels like there's no ending with you. So it's like almost, this would be a pinnacle of a lot of people's lives, but it just feels like you can just keep going and going. And
there's really no fucking.
It just doesn't feel like this is like oh wow, now it's done.
Sky's the limit. Is what they say.
Some people say.
Sky's the limit.
Starting to believe it a little bit.
I know. Finally, about time, motherfucker, be leaving it. Man. It's like shit. I've been saying this shit for a minute now.
I think you guys talked about it at the beginning because I put it up at the top, but it was like going from a year ago, you were ranked number 11 in the Bantamweight division, to now you're in the pound for pound number 8. It's like
I mean, Suga State Athletic Commission on number 1, which is fucking wild.
Congratulations.
Congrats on that. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I had to wear the black and gold.
That is fun. I actually thought about wearing. That's funny. I thought about wearing that. The unranked champ, baby.
Unranked champ.
Started on the bottom that. But yeah, that shit lit. I want to just fucking go home and find this fucking video. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but I am sure gonna fucking try. So that's it, Bro Mally, episode 120. Hope you guys fucking enjoyed. Sugar Show is just getting fucking started, and got this Boston accent. It's fucking incredible.
Shout out to everyone in Boston.
Bro.
Great people. Your fans were amazing, man. It was awesome. Thank you guys for supporting this.
Appreciate you guys. Doses.
Peace.